Hi guys, I'm Laura Cooks Books, and today I thought, in light of recent events, that's right, I've been on Twitter, I know what's going on in the world, it might be relevant for me to hop on the bandwagon and do the small Booktuber tag. For those of you who don't know, the YouTube algorithm, the beloved source of many hours of entertainment for a lot of us, has decided to fuck shit up again, I believe is the technical term for what's happened. And if you now have fewer than 1,000 subscribers, or fewer than 4,000 hours of watch time in the last 12 months, you can now no longer have monetized videos. My videos weren't monetized anyway, but I just think it's a slap in the face to those like middle-sized, kind of like larger small creators who maybe were getting enough to support them to make YouTube videos, like to buy the props they needed, to afford them the time they needed, and now they aren't getting that, so they can't then progress in their trajectory on YouTube. Like, it's all a lot of shit. And mostly, like, if YouTube allowed someone to buy a cup of coffee every now and then now they can't have that fun coffee. I don't know where that analogy was going to go. But as a response, lots of small booktubers have decided to do a tag. Ooh. Just to kind of shout ourselves out, say hi to one another, and affirm the fact that we are here, and as a community we are being really supportive about this one. This is one of the most mature responses about an issue I have seen Booktube have in quite a while. So let's get into the tag. Question 1 is just introduce yourself. So I am Lauren Emily Cook of Cooks Books. I am from the northeast of England. I now live in London because I'm doing a master's course in speech and language therapy. I love to read. I am trying to teach myself how to play bass guitar, and I'm learning German and teaching myself British Sign Language. So I have a lot of stuff going on in my life. I live with my girlfriend, and I am trying really hard to be an artfully creative person when I am not. Like, I write, I am a creative person, but visual things I struggle with, hence the editing of these videos. Question 2, how long have I been on Booktube? Actually, today is my 2-year anniversary of Booktube. I discovered looking through my info to fill in the answers for this tag. So, happy Booktube birthday! Question 3, what kind of videos do you make? I make reviews, not as often as I'd like to, but that's something I'm really trying to do more of. I also do tags like this. I like to do discussion videos and have like quite unpopular opinions, but if I'm ever proved right then it gets savage. I also do a little bit of vlogging now and then for my monthly reading, for like readathons I'm involved in, and for travel and general kind of like living in London stuff. I quite like to vlog. And as I mentioned, I write, so every now and then there may even be AuthorTube videos, which are always really exciting when I've actually written enough to merit an AuthorTube video. Question 4, what do you love about Booktube? Honestly, I love the fact that I can independently read something and then it doesn't just end when I close the book. I can come here and I can make something on my own and put it out to the world, and then there will be feedback and like a discourse about it. It makes reading much more of an active subject, something that you can really engage in. And I don't like to just passively consume media. I like to be very critical, which some of my friends are starting to hate. But I love to really engage with the media and like strip it back layer by layer and see how it works, because if I ever want to be a proper writer, I need to know how to make lots of different types of things work. And the community really facilitates that, and we can have some fantastic discussions on Booktube, and then they can take off through Twitter, and then buddy reads are a thing. So reading doesn't end up being solitary at all. There's readathons and sprints and so many people all being involved in the same activity at the same moment. I think it's so important because reading could be a really lonely thing to do, and Booktube makes sure we don't feel like that. Question 5, what kind of books do you read? Personally, I read non-fiction, which I'm aiming to do a lot more of this year. I read sci-fi, especially like older sci-fi, fantasy, kind of urban fantasy, YA fantasy, and I'm also reading a lot of classics and modern classics at the minute. But really, you could put anything in front of me and I would just read it. Question 6, what is the favourite video of yours that you've made? And honestly, it's more about enjoying making the videos. Like, I really enjoy making my cup of corner videos, which is just where I get a cup of tea and I'm normally in a dressing gown and I just sit and chat about like what's been going on in my life, or a drama that's been happening on Booktube, or just my reading generally, and it's just nice to vent to a camera and just get my thoughts out, and they're normally very jumbled because I don't plan an awful lot, but by the end of it I can normally like pull out a thread and answer a solution that makes sense. I also really love my new format for wrap-ups, which is mostly like a monthly vlog, which kind of incorporates my reading and the other stuff I do, especially my November and December ones, because I did so much amazing stuff in those months, and it was nice to reflect on those as well as just my reading. And I always have those now as like a memento of that time. It was just really nice. Finally, I have loved the collaborations I've done with my friends. I did quite a few videos with Rachel over at Rachel Louise Atkin. Like, we got kind of drunk and did some quizzes. And we did a Judge Your Book Bites cover challenge, and we also went book shopping like a long time ago, and Jess from Trifford's came with us, and it was just really nice. And then I also got like a round table discussion going about whether creative writing degrees are worth the money, and that involved Rachel, Jess, Lizzie, Amy, loads of my friends were there, John was there, and it was just a really fun video to make and just have a laugh with my friends while also making something and showing all their lovely faces to you. So I know I was supposed to pick one video for that, and I've picked every video I've ever made. But that was just a quick overview of my channel and of me, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it might tempt you to look at some older ones and laugh with me at how bad my editing was, and still is. A fantastic advert for this channel, I am aware. Anyway, thank you for watching guys, and I will speak to you again very soon. Bye!